Hello to all our grade 10 learners and welcome to this lesson. My name is Marley Morrison. Now in this lesson we are going to have a close look at questions about quality indicators and specifically quality indicators of our general management, financial, administration and public relations function. So let's start with our practice questions. Our first question is quite straightforward. It says, study the table below and choose a term that best suits the description. So we have our financial function, administrative, public relations, and general management. A then states investment of surplus funds. So remember, funds refer to money. And who's responsible for managing the money? Of course, our financial function. All right, so there we go. That is then our first question. Financial function, they invest all surplus funds in the business. B asks then using technology to store data. And you should already know by this time, if you see the words data and information, it's quite a clue that they're referring to the administrative function. So our answer then here will be administrative function. Right, so that is then our first two questions. Let's continue on to C. Developing the strategic plan for the business. So it's the plan that gives the business direction, and this is developed by, of course, our general management. It's their job to strategically plan and, of course, manage this plan continuously. Oh, I made a spelling mistake here. Let me just quickly correct that for you guys. Management, there we go. Then D, addressing negative publicity to protect the image of the business. So when we refer to protecting the image of the business, we refer to public relations. I bet you guys knew that. Public relations function. There we go. So that's the public relations function. And these are our four functions identified. Now let's go to the second question. Outline the quality indicators for specifically the general management function. So outline is just a way to say, discuss in full sentences, what is the general management's quality indicators. Now, firstly, remember, general management develop the strategic plan and, of course, monitor the strategic plans. So what should they do? They should understand changes in our business environment. They should also set the direction and prioritize the responsibilities for the business. They should always communicate with the employees. And of course, they should always ensure that employees have the necessary resources to do their job. So there we have discussed or outlined in this case the indicators for our general management function. All right, our next question asks then, describe the quality indicators, but for which function now? It is for the financial function. So remember, quality indicators is closely related to the responsibilities of the function. What do they do? So when we look at the financial function, we see that they obtain capital from suitable sources. They have financial records and statements. So they compile the financial statements and they keep them up to date. They drew up a budget to make sure we have enough money. They negotiated for a better interest rate. And if there is excess money or surplus funds, they will then invest this money for the business. So that is a description or a discussion then of the quality indicators of our financial functions. Right, I see there's a numbering mistake there, but let's continue. This is question 4 then. Discuss the correlation between management and the success of the business. So remember, this refers to good or poor management. So remember, management is important in making correct decisions. So they determine the direction of the business, and they must make decisions that steers the business in the right direction. And it is their responsibility that the employees are also motivated to reach certain goals. So a good management will make correct decisions and motivate the employees. But if there are poor management, this will have a result of ineffective employees not doing their job correctly, and of course a loss of productivity. And poor management will also result in problems not being solved, which can also affect a decrease in productivity. And that is it. I hope you have a bit better idea of some of the questions that might be asked about quality indicators. But before we continue to the application questions, let's take a short ad break.